Hi there, I'm Sarah with Bella DeLuna Astrology, and this is the weekly astrology for the week of April 5th. Somehow, yes, we are already talking about April. And this week, we start out quieter at the beginning of the week with not a lot of major transits, and then things start to pick up as we go through the week and we build energy towards the new moon, which will be on Sunday, April 11th. And so for the first half of the week, the only major transit we have is on April 6th, which is Tuesday, and that is Venus sextile Mars. And so that transit just kind of helps boost your confidence. It helps you kind of feel more at ease or maybe more eager or confident to share your ideas, to share with others what you're thinking and how you're feeling. And this is also a transit where we're all kind of naturally a little more charismatic. And so if you have your own business or kind of need to do any kind of PR or anything where you're in the spotlight, this could be a good transit for that. Wednesday and Thursday are really quiet. There's not much happening, even with the moon. And then on Friday, things start to pick up a little bit, where Friday afternoon, that's April 9th, Mars will square Neptune. And so that will make Friday kind of a bit of a foggy day, where we have this brain fog, just maybe a lack of energy or a lack of drive or motivation, and just kind of feeling unsure of what to do next, what step to take next. And so that could just, heads up, that could mean Friday is not a really great day in terms of productivity, where we might just want to, if we find on Friday we're not as productive as we, like, then we can approach that with ease. We can be okay with that. We can just acknowledge it for what it is and know that the days coming up will be better. On Saturday, Mercury will sextile Saturn, which is a mentally stimulating transit where maybe we've had a lot of ideas lately and we don't know what to do with them. And this transit really helps us sit down and make a plan and kind of get all our ducks in a row and make some order out of all of, the noise perhaps that we have had in our head recently. Also on Saturday afternoon, Venus will sextile Jupiter, and this helps us open up to others. It helps us kind of feel really optimistic and expansive and just want to kind of open our inner circle and share how we're thinking and how we're feeling and what we're thinking with others. And then on Sunday, like I've already mentioned, we have a new moon, and it will be a new moon in Aries. This new moon has a ton of fire energy, so depending on the natural kind of element breakdown, the earth, air, fire, water breakdown in your birth or natal chart, this might feel good or bad for you, but there are 6 planets in Aries with this new moon. And so there's a lot of fire energy. There's a lot of feeling the need to take action. It's very much, we just had the spring equinox here in the northern hemisphere a couple of weeks ago, and now with this new moon in Aries, that's kind of really echoing that, where we're feeling this burst of energy, this burst of like new life and wanting to get things done and wanting to get going on things. And luckily though, this kind of maybe impatient feeling or just wanting to leap before you look kind of attitude is going to be softened a little bit by Venus. Venus will not be quite conjunct this new moon, but will be very close to this new moon, which helps kind of soften the edges of all this fire energy we will be feeling. And overall, the themes of this new moon are really about using that energy to make a change, to work together, for making improvements, for growing, for evolving. But I did want to mention we do have the same day as the new moon, Venus will square Pluto. And that's not a great transit. Venus square Pluto is really a time where we are feeling conflicted or struggling with maybe some power dynamics in our personal relationships, maybe some issues around money or finances. And it can just be a really tough time. It can just bring up a lot of tension for us, specifically in the kind of arena of intimate relationships or finances. And so that's something to be aware of, that is also kind of there. It occurs about an hour after the transit is exact about an hour after the new moon. And so that's just something to be aware of, that if that comes up for you, anytime something comes up for you, it doesn't mean it's something you need to be afraid of or you need to be worried about, or that it's not even necessarily you can't see me, but I'm using air quotes here, a bad thing. This is just bringing stuff up for you to work with, to look at, to recognize that it's there, and then you have all the power. Especially with this Aries new moon and all these signs in Aries right now, you hold the cards, you hold the power. You get to decide how you want to deal with kind of whatever situation is coming up or being illuminated for you with this Venus square Pluto. And as always, stay tuned to my social media, especially my Instagram, where in my Instagram stories, I do kind of a deeper dive on these transits as they are happening as we move through the week. And if you want even further insights, there will be a blog post all about this new moon over on my website later this week at belladeluna.com. So I hope to see you there.